Hey there, it's Stu with Autel. Today we're going to go through a EyeSight calibration on a 2025 Subaru Outback. We'll be using the IA1000, my Ultra S2 tablet. We'll be using the 601-24 large target board. This particular vehicle does not have the mono camera target where we would use our digital targets with that calibration. With that being said, we're still going to walk through this procedure, show you how the IA1000 setup works so that you can see the difference between the 900, the 700, and the MA600 setup procedures. Let's get started. First of all, we're going to use the S2 tablet just like we do any tablet. I have my VCMI2 set up in the car, already plugged in. The ignition is on. I'm going to hit my diagnostics button and I'm going to walk through really all my calibrations and start this from the very, very beginning. All right, so hit our diagnostics menu button. We're going to enter the repair order number. At this point, you could do standalone diagnostics or you could do a pre-scan and save that pre-scan, which is really what we want to do each and every time. Standalone would be if you wanted to just go right into a module and clear codes and be able to do those type of tests quickly and easily without saving a pre-scan. That's how you would do that. With the pre-scan, you're going to name your document. You could either name the vehicle, the VIN number, the repair order, whatever you choose to identify that pre-scan within your scan tool. I'm going to call this 2025 Subaru Outback test. And we're going to go ahead and scan the vehicle. First thing it's going to ask you is what model area are you in? Obviously we're in North America. We'll hit OK. It's going to auto VIN the vehicle as it's done here. We'll check the VIN just to verify that this is the correct VIN number. Always look at the last four, 3690, and that matches. Hit OK. And we'll run a pre-scan initially on this vehicle just to go through and see what's in the modules. 1,239 miles on this 2025 Subaru Outback, and let's just see what's in all the modules right now. We'll do this test and we'll see what comes back. At this point, if you wanted to do the DVI method, we'll show that in another video later. The DVI method is where you walk around the vehicle. With this S2 scan tool, you can document any damage on the vehicle and put that into this pre-repair plan. You can upload those documents. There's a ton of different things that you can do with it. Really, really cool features. We'll show that on another video at another time. I'm going to hit cancel. This is where you could perform an alignment pre-check. It's going to ask you to do this each and every time. We strongly urge you to do that. An alignment pre-check is really a requirement. I am going to skip this step just to show the calibrations today, but normally you would want to follow the OE procedures and you would do that alignment pre-check each and every time. All right, so now that we've fault scanned the vehicle, we see there is an AC code. You can actually look at this code right now. It's current. It's sun load sensor code. Typically what you'll find is when it's inside a building like this, you don't have enough sunlight hitting that sensor. Obviously you're inside. If you would put a light over top of that sunlight sensor, most of the time that code will clear out, which we'll maybe show that a little bit later. Any location of graphics, this shows you on the right side of the center console on our S2 exactly where that sun load sensor is. I could ping the network if you wanted to, and you can really see what's going to happen here. It's pinging that network over and over and over, just making sure that actual system is working. Okay. We're going to exit out of this model when we do that, and then we're going to go into our history and we're going to look at Subaru Outback test. We're going to jump back in Now we're going to jump into a post scan. With this post scan, we're able to clear codes if we wanted to. We could go ahead and try to repair the vehicle, go through full-blown diagnostics. I could do a wheel alignment right now if I wanted to. If I was on an alignment rack, I could perform that wheel alignment, which is really something that you should be doing before any calibration. Just double checking that thrust angle. Thrust angle is everything, making sure the vehicle is driving straight down the road. We're going to go into calibrations. As I said earlier, this vehicle does not have the mono camera on it. You could look right here. It would be in the center of those two cameras on each side of the rear view mirror if it had mono camera. We also, if you still don't know, you could click the mono camera on the tool itself. If it's there, it would communicate. As you can see within this tool, it's saying it's not able to communicate because it just simply doesn't exist on the vehicle. There's right rear vehicle detection. There's left rear vehicle detection. We could do those calibrations. That'd be at the angle of the vehicle. There's EyeSight, so we're going to jump right into doing an EyeSight camera calibration. It's going to ask you what model of vehicle this is. Is it a Legacy? Is it an Outback? This is an Outback. Why are we going to calibrate? There's a list of reasons here. So on this particular one, we're going to say we replaced the front windshield. Although we haven't, just for this test, we're gonna walk through this. The next screen would be unlevel floor compensation, or level floor, or raised height. We're gonna do just the flat level floor, so we hit A. You're gonna see here the OEM specs on how much distance do we need. It's 4,000 millimeters in our instructions. Just know I have just enough space here to do that 4,000 millimeters, which I predetermined before I took the car in. The next would be which target are we going to use. This is the 601-14 target. There is a 601-14-1. What is a 601-14-1? It's got a 30 millimeter offset built into it, which is not really needed on this particular model because it automatically would move side to side. Where that target would come in handy would be on our MA600 or our standard frame. You have to physically move those frames 30 millimeters offset with these particular vehicles. It's nice on an optical system because you can use either target. It'll do the setup automatically for you, so there's no risk of errors on an MA600 or a standard frame. Really OE style way, the risk of doing that incorrectly is super high. So just know this is a little bit better method how we've got this set up. We're going to walk through the instructions next. These are the things that we need. I've got my tire clamps back there. I have my target. I have a distance target over here. So I've got a lot of these things really set up, ready to go here in just a second. The next thing would be we can check for ambient lighting. If we were doing that mono camera target calibration, we would use our digital target boards on here. With that, we could actually adjust for the lighting. If we need to intensify the target, we can. If we need to reduce the intensity, we can do that too. So really helps with making sure that the calibration goes through, that those cameras can see the targets. Okay. All right, so our first step, we're actually going to go through and it's going to lower the camera boom. It's going to actually look at the rear targets. Once it finds the rear targets, now it has an idea of the relationship of the car to the frame. Okay, we're going to hit next. We're going to go ahead and put those tire clamps on the rear. We'll start back here in the left rear. Okay, I have these all set at the number 2. All 3 are the same. You want to make sure that they are all in the same detent. So if you're on the first one, you would make sure all 3 are on number 1. If you're doing number 2, because of the size of the tire, you want to make sure all are in the number 2 position. Or if you have to go to 3, make sure that they're all 3 are in the same position. That way when you center it up, that target is actually centered to the wheel and the tire, okay? All right, we're gonna hit next. We're gonna use our distance target next. So with this, we have to measure from the center of the wheel up to our cameras. This is gonna give us that reading. So we line this up right in the center of the wheel. Okay. Come back around here. Hit next. It's taking that distance. They automatically did our calculation, and it's asking us to remove that alignment aid before we proceed with the next step. As you can see, the next instruction is to lower these arms down. I've already done that. I went through this earlier, and I had left those arms down. We're going to add our 60114 target. It's got little indentions built into the target that it sits in, and then you move these side to side, and that will hold the target into place, just like so. Okay? We'll hit OK. Now we're going to do setup of the frame. This is really pretty simple. We have distance, we have our frame angles, and we have our offsets, which is side to side. As you can kind of see, we're off a little bit. We need to get this pulled back, and we need to get our offset going in the right direction here. All right, so we're going to pull it on back a little bit. We're getting close. Get it in the green if we can. Okay, it's pretty good. We're going to lock it down. We're going to hit next. We're going to hit start. And as you can see, this is going to start flexing and moving, and it's going to try to automatically get all these angles in the right spot. Okay? So right now we're going to go to our height. It's going to hit the 1000 millimeters. We've already done our distance. It's flexed and done the pitch and the roll angle, and we've got it within OEM specs right now, all automatically. We're going to remove the wheel clamps, wheel targets, and the alignment aid. Okay? As we don't need these anymore, we've already taken our measurements. We're not going to move the car. Move these out of the way. We're going to move forward in the instructions. Hit OK. Ensure the ignition is on. It is. Make the following adjustment inspection. Please push OK if ready. If you finish the camera adjustment inspection mode, you push cancel and turn off ignition switch. Okay. All right, this means, if you read this, that we have actually set this target up, and the measurement's a little bit different than what was in the car originally. So there's a variety of reasons why. One, it could have been we replaced the windshield. That's obvious. We repositioned it. Two, we could have our setup incorrect. I highly doubt that based on what we've just done with this setup. Optically, it's perfectly placed. Or three, the calibration was wrong in the beginning. We see it a lot. Nobody's perfect, even the factories. This particular vehicle is just saying that the distances are a little different. How different? It's not telling you that. okay? But we're gonna perform a distance calculation right now. It's gonna do a double check. As you see on our screen, the distance is actually okay. It's completed normally. We've done an accuracy check. Everything's really, really good, okay? Accuracy rate, 100%. So we double checked our work just to make sure that our setup was correct. It redid the measurements, and camera inspection was all normal. We're gonna turn off our ignition per the instructions. So come over here, turn our ignition off. We're gonna hit OK. Turn the ignition on. I'm gonna hit OK. Do you want to perform the heater and fan force drive? This ensures the defog performance of the windshield and the front of the camera. The heater and the cooling fan test must be performed after repairing or replacing the windshield stereo camera. We're going to hit no because we didn't do the stereo camera. After replacing or adjusting the stereo camera, the recognition accuracy of the stereo camera can be improved by driving the vehicle. Okay? All right, so we went ahead and performed that calibration. We're going to exit. We're going to do a post test and do a post scan to go ahead and clear out any codes. We're going to check for codes first. We're going to clear out any codes if needed. We'll go from there, see what it says. My guess is we got an AC code still. Yes, we do. We'll hit cancel. We have a RAB code, which is the automatic braking that happens after a calibration. We want to hit quick erase to erase that code out. Okay. We'll hit report. We'll report to cloud. We'll replace the report that was in there. Going to create a PDF. We'll look at the report. We'll see that our AC code's still there because we needed to put put some light to that. We have a sun load sensor circuit open. We replaced the windshield. We have a calibration that succeeded, which shows all the measured values. Standard values mean that is the OEM spec. We need to be able to get it in that range. The measured value is the actual of how close that we got this to the OEM spec, our accuracy rates, and then also a timestamp. How long did it take us to do the calibration? I'm going to take this report and I'm actually going to text it to my phone. Nice little feature that works really, really well. Okay? So that being said, at this point, what we would do is we would go ahead and take the car out for a test drive. We'll really make sure that all the safety systems work, do all that and make sure that, come back and put all that back onto a repair order of all the work that was performed. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the IA1000, how the setup procedure works, and how it works on a 2025 Subaru Outback. Thank you.